All right, everyone. You saw in the last episode Dano freaking out and having a coughing fit, and me sitting there kind of dazed and wondering what the heck is going on. So essentially, what just happened, literally, I just changed my top just for a fact, but literally what just happened is that a spirit came into the room and choked him and like started making us both feel fuzzy and kind of weird.
Like we didn't know what direction we were going in.
You could see in the last like maybe 8 minutes of the show that things were starting to act weird. And so we started to feel some energies in here, and I said, well, who choked you? And he's like, I don't know, it's just some energy that came in. And I was like, is this a male or female? It felt like a female. And he was like, didn't you notice the smoke smell when we walked into the studio after lunch? And I said, oh yeah, I noticed that smoke smell. And I said, this feels like a woman and she doesn't want us to be in here.
Mm-hmm.
And Daniel and I were like, we should go talk to our host here at WS Radio, one of the staff members. So I walked outside, and we both started reading him what happened.
He got crazy. His aunt stepped forward, smoker.
Yeah, you were like, is your illness?
Yeah, like, did she pass within the last 10 to 15 years? Because she's coming in fierce.
Yeah.
I literally started choking out of nowhere.
Yeah, he was like, the only aunt I ever had who smoked was this woman, and she lost both her legs. And then Daniel was like, yeah, she was crotchety, right?
Mm-hmm.
And he was like, yeah, for lack of better words. And I was like, do you know like an Ed or an Edna? I was like, it sounds like that. And he was like, yeah, well, her name was Donna and her husband's name was Fred. And it just felt like very strong. And then she came in with a message for his life and career.
Mm-hmm.
But it was like a very step forward, like, this is how you change your career.
Mm-hmm.
And then he asked us, like, why her of all people? We weren't close. Obviously, she was kind of a bad mamba jamba.
But she probably felt a connection to him, as if maybe she supported him before, but she never said anything. So now was her time to step forward and really show, you got to do this.
I also think, energetically, I think this woman knew how to manifest to affect us. I think she was the strongest energy that could come and get our attention.
It was a lot.
We were both kind of dazed after we stopped filming. We were just kind of like, what is going on?
When I started choking,
well, you can
playing
see
with my beard.
You can see in the last episode, Daniel kind of going, this is real life. We're not scripted. We're coming with one idea, and we're sharing with you. And sometimes these things happen, and this is what we've talked about in previous episodes. You could be in the middle of something
and be interrupted.
And be interrupted by an energy or a spirit or a guide or something, and you just like
living in your own world, period.
But what have we been telling you and sharing with you? It's like, acknowledge it and be with people who surround you, who can work with you with it. So my immediate response was, is it a male? Is it a female? Is it connected to you? Is it connected to someone here? And really begin to start looking at, what are we receiving here?
Mm-hmm. And she was fierce.
She was fierce. She was intense.
I was like choking. I was like, oh my God.
But she got our attention. She got us to go out of the studio, start talking to this team member, and start giving the message on how to change his life. And he was like, and he said, to be honest, this is what I had actually been thinking about for several months now. I didn't know how or where to get the money. And I was like, I know a free resource for you so you can get it done for free.
Mm-hmm.
So the prayer was answered. You know what I mean?
Get her done.
He thought about it, and then she came through, and we walked over there. Signs precede, they don't follow. I bet you he was like, show me a sign.
Mm-hmm.
Like, how is this going to work?
Literally wrapping up everything we've talked about previously. Like, literally everything, all in one.
So watch all the other episodes. If you are a person who is sensitive, you might not believe in spirit, in the spirit realm. But if you're sensitive to thoughts and to feelings and aspects of your environment, there might be something that your soul is trying to say to you.
Amen. Because I got choked out.
So, what do you guys think? Do you think you're a couple of Looney Tunes, or are you along for the ride?
Be there for the ride. world's perception of us is key. Because if you're walking down the street with a bad attitude, most people aren't going to want to look at you. Anytime I have an attitude period in life, I take a walk. I'm like, let me go take a walk because my attitude's getting ugly.
Oh.
And I'm not an ugly person.
And it really was that sense of like, can I do this? And it's like you said, I can and I will. And that is an attitude.